Hi dear friends, welcome to S4 Sharnya Science classes. Today we are going to discuss about non-Mendelian inheritance. Uska last topic hai, that's actually the pleiotropy. Before entering to the topic, I would like to request you all my dear friends, if anybody is still remaining to subscribe my channel, please subscribe it and support me. If these videos are really helpful for you, and please suggest to your friends also. So directly to the video, here we are going to discuss about the pleiotropy, right? So pleiotropy क्या है? That we have to understand first. Pleiotropy, it actually means that a single gene actually controlling multiple phenotypic expressions. That means सिर्फ एक expression नहीं है, एक gene की बहुत सारी expression हो जाती है. For example, normally if you are telling that if it is a tall, right, that means tall character को control करने वाली genotype है, then it is का phenotypic expression हम सिर्फ लिखती है tall. We have already done the Mendelian inheritance, right? So हम TT लिखती है, capital T, capital D लिखती है, then it has only one phenotypic expression, वो है tall, right? But in the case of pleiotropy, if that gene is present, mutated gene is present, then उसको अलग-अलग phenotypic characters होती है. That means not single, you will have multiple phenotypic. Phenotypic means जो आपको visible characters अलग-अलग होती है. So a single gene is actually controlling multiple phenotypic expression, then that phenomena is called pleiotropy. Such genes are actually called pleiotropic genes, right? We will have some examples, then you will have a clear idea. जैसे कि हमारा sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, phenylketonuria, these all are examples of pleiotropy, right? Or be enough examples say, but we have to learn only 2-3 examples, then we will have a clear idea about pleiotropy, right? So we will take one by one, right? In NCERT actually main examples given is sickle cell anemia and phenylketonuria. First we will go for sickle cell anemia. Actually we are not going in detail of these diseases because these diseases we are going in the next coming videos. Actually we have to learn about Mendelian disorders and non-Mendelian disorders. In that section we will discuss in detail. So here we will have a slight introduction of that. What you mean by pleiotropy and uska pleiotropic expression kya hoti hai, kaise hoti hai. That's only we are going to discuss. So the first one, sickle cell anemia. From the name itself you will have some idea, right? Sickle cell anemia. What is the normal shape of RBC? Normal shape of RBC ऐसे होती है. You can see that concave or convex, right? What is it? Biconcave disc shaped, right? Not convex actually, biconcave, or we can say that disc shaped. This is the structure, right? So what is the specialty? It doesn't have any nucleus, right? Or इसमें HB, hemoglobin pigment present है, which is actually helping them to carry the oxygen, right? So oxygen carrying capacity, that's the specialty of this RBC because of the hemoglobin present, right? If these normal gene hai, right, that means hemoglobin producing gene normal hai, then we will represent it as HbA, right, that's the normal one. Another one we are having actually sickle cell anemic gene. If it is present, the mutated gene is present, then uska effect bilkul alag hoga. What are the effect? Actually, whenever we are discussing pleiotropic gene, it will have a major effect and it will have some other secondary effect. Either if sickle cell anemic gene present है, उसका major effect है defective HB formation. That means जितना hemoglobin produce करना था, उतना hemoglobin produce नहीं होगा. That means the formation of hemoglobin में problem आ जाती है. So that's why we are telling it has a defective HB formation, right? Another effects will be there because of that defective HB formation. There will be low tension, right, of oxygen will be the oxygen carrying capacity obviously कम होगा. So there will be low tension of oxygen. Because of the low tension of oxygen, इसका shape, that means normal हमारे disc shaped RBC will be changing into another shape. उसका shape में distortion हो जाती है and it will have a shape of that sickle, right? Sickle is the instrument which we are using in field and all for cutting and all, right? So उसकी shape में चली जाती है, right? Because of the low tension of that oxygen. So that means oxygen defective HB formation, which is the major effect. उसकी वजह से oxygen carrying capacity कम होगा, which is the next effect. Because of that oxygen carrying capacity, low tension of oxygen, उसकी RBC की shape ही change हो जाती है. It will become in the sickle shape. or you can see that वो short lived हो जाती है और it will become rigid, very rigid. So these all, because of this low carrying, that oxygen carrying capacity, it can even lead to heart diseases and all. There are so many problems will be there, right? So this is actually the secondary effects, we can see that. तो major effect जो बोल रही है, that's actually defective HB formation है. इसके अलावा there are so many other secondary effects. So you can see that these all effect is actually because of the sickle cell anemic gene. तो एक single gene, you can see that more than one phenotypic expression. That's the actual case. I hope it is clear for you, right? Now if you are coming to phenylketonuria, what are the problems here? Phenylketonuria, actually if the normal gene is present, right, so that normal gene will control the production of phenylalanine hydroxylase, right? So that means if a normal gene present, that normal gene has actually code for the amino acid, right, which is actually in turn changing into phenylalanine, that hydroxylase, right? If this amino acid is present, this will help for the conversion of phenylalanine into thyroxine. ये enzyme, sorry, ये amino acid नहीं, this is the enzyme. This will help the conversion of that phenylalanine amino acid into tyrosine, right? So here, if normal allele है, normal gene है, which will code for that phenylalanine hydroxylase, वो phenylalanine hydroxylase present है, it will actually helping for the phenylalanine, conversion of phenylalanine to tyrosine. ये tyrosine is actually very much important for the melanin formation. That means melanin is a pigment, right? उसका formation के लिए बहुत important है, right? तो if normal allele की जगह if mutant allele or mutant gene present है, तो it cannot be unable to code for phenylalanine hydroxylase. तो phenylalanine hydroxylase produce नहीं होगा, phenylalanine cannot be converted into tyrosine. तो उसी टाइम क्या होगा, ये phenylalanine hydroxylase cannot be what we say produced. इसकी वजह से phenylalanine को tyrosine में conversion करना possible नहीं है, तो phenylalanine automatically accumulate in the cell. Mostly it will be accumulate in the brain cell and all. उसकी वजह से you can see that brain cells में it can even lead to the mental retardation. Right, so here you can see that ये gene की mutated gene की main effect जो बता रही है, major effect जो बता रही है, that's actually the mental retardation. Why the mental retardation is happening? Because these phenylalanine will be accumulated in the brain cells and it will lead to the mental retardation. इसके अलावा इसका secondary effects होती है. क्या क्या है? हमने already बता दिया था, thyrosin production नहीं होगा. Thyrosin production नहीं होगा, melanin की formation के लिए दिक्कत आ जाती है, problem आ जाती है. Because of the melanin pigment, melanin formation directly ढंग से नहीं होता है, it will be forming, it will cause the depigmentation of skin and hairs. So these all are the secondary effects, right? So you can see that एक allele की that ना actually controlling different एक allele is because of that mutated gene और एक allele की वजह से एक gene की वजह से you can see that there will be multiple phenotypic expression. So that's why this is coming under pleiotropic expressions or pleiotropy. In pea plant also you can see pleiotropic genes. जैसे कि pea plant में एक gene है which is actually controlling the seed shape and size of the starch grain, right? If these are dominant gene present है capital B, वो होगा round seed shape और उसके साथ साथ you can see that it will produce, that means उसका size, right, seed की size भी बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा होती है, large starch grain हो जाती है, right? और if recessive gene है तो इसका wrinkled seed, that means उसका round seed की जगह wrinkled seed will be there and size of that seed will be somewhat small, right? So you can see that these are actually, it is a pleiotropic gene which is having multiple phenotypic expression. क्या होती है normally हमारे कोई से भी एक character होती है, here you can see that it having the shape of the seed, right? This single gene, right, उसका अलग अलग allele, right? ये single gene actually controlling even the seed shape and also the size of the seed, right? That's why I told you if capital B, इसका capital B है तो it can even control the seed shape of the seed control कर सकते, उसके साथ साथ size of that seed, right? और size of that starch, उसके अंदर कितना starch होती है, the size also, it is also controlled by the same gene. तो a single gene having multiple phenotypic expression, then it is a pleiotropic gene. So I have a question here, you can see that if I am taking, right, these two plants which is having capital B जिसका round seed होती है और large starch grain होती है, another seed, right, another pea plant which is having small b, that is a recessive gene, right, that's, so you can see that wrinkled seed or small size of starch grain होती है, ये दोनों क्रॉस किया है, तो what will be the effect, right? So you can see that the gamete formation will be the small capital B and small b. Once the crossing, you will get that F1 generation, capital B and small b, right? So as such, हमारा law of independent, that Mendelian law के हिसाब से, it must be the dominant one, तो it must be round seeded, large starch grain वाला होना चाहिए. But actually result में you are getting round seed and intermediate size वाला. Round seed ही है, dominant वाला ये express होगा. That means this character, this allele will follow the law of dominance. तो इसलिए round seeded मिल रही है. But here you can see that this will also be expressed, right? So here you can see that उसका size actually it must be a large size grain, right? But here it is a pleiotropic gene. It will follow incomplete dominance, right? Rather than pleiotropy, here you can see that incomplete dominance also. इसलिए आपको एक intermediate size मिल गया. Normally you have to get that large size, but उसकी जगह आपको एक intermediate size मिल जाती है because of the presence of these two. तो shape की जगह it is actually following that law of dominance, Mendelian dominance, but जब भी size आ जाती है it's actually non-Mendelian dominance, right? So which is the incomplete dominance. I hope it is clear. Pleiotropy. We have discussed about sickle cell anemia and phenylketonuria. We are going to discuss that in detail when we will discuss about the disorders also. And Pisum sativum ke case mein bhi we have discussed that.